All right, welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into the formula for progress, specifically doing a micro-analysis of action. We're looking at a brilliantly simple 8-word formula, but we're going to view this through a highly specific lens, a 30-year career in actuarial science and risk management. You know, when your literal day job is calculating risk, it's so incredibly easy to just fall into analysis paralysis. We build these massive, complex models to avoid uncertainty, right? But honestly, sometimes the absolute biggest career risk you can take is just standing still.
And here it is. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. That's it. Just 8 words that make up this flawless, unarguable framework for action. Now, for us risk managers and actuaries, we absolutely love formulas. We love predictive models, but this quote right here, this acts as the ultimate algorithm for professional growth. So let's break down the 3 variables of the sentence and see exactly how it guarantees momentum. And more importantly, how it prevents us from getting completely trapped in that endless loop of forecasting. First up, we isolate our destination, which is getting ahead. When you're looking at a long, highly technical career, say you're building predictive models or leading a massive global risk team, getting ahead is fundamentally about forward momentum. It's about taking that leap beyond just theoretical knowledge and endless spreadsheet analysis and moving into actual leadership and practical impact. You literally cannot build a dynamic, impactful 30-year career by just staying static in your comfort zone. Now, what's really fascinating here is how the text frames this pursuit. It calls it the secret, and man, does that play right into our natural biases. In highly analytical fields, we kind of just assume the key to career advancement has to be some complex, hidden formula, or maybe a perfectly calculated 10-year plan. We hunt for a mystery. We convince ourselves that only a select few actually possess the perfect algorithm for success. We tell ourselves, hey, if I just analyze one more data set, I'll finally uncover the elusive key to my next promotion, right? But then, the sentence completely strips away that illusion. The grand reveal isn't some incredibly complex equation. It's literally just getting started. Now, I know for a risk professional, starting can feel incredibly dangerous. Why? Because the outcome isn't perfectly modeled yet. But the honest truth is initiating action is actually your ultimate risk mitigation strategy. You just can't gather real-world data without taking a step. It's the raw, unglamorous mechanics of actually starting that eliminates uncertainty and gives you the feedback loop you desperately need to course correct. So this sets up a totally brilliant thematic contrast. On one side, you have this romanticized secret, that deep desire to have every single variable perfectly calculated before you ever make a career move. And then, right up against it, you have getting started, the sweat equity of actual reality. This text is actively destroying the idea that you can just plan your way to the top. Perfect planning is an illusion. Iterative execution, that's the reality. There is no way you're charting a 30-year career without actually stepping into the unknown. So if we look strictly at the semantics here, the hidden knowledge is entirely defined by the simple act of initiation. The secret literally is getting started. If you've spent years in risk management, desperately trying to model out every single potential pitfall of a new project or a new role, or maybe a major career pivot, this is a profound reminder for you. The mystery is already solved. The key is already right there in your hand. Action isn't the result of perfect analysis. Action is the absolute prerequisite for progress. And this builds a definitive, totally inescapable linear progression. Step 1, getting started, leads directly to Step 2, getting ahead. Honestly, all the forecasting, all the risk assessments, and all the grand theorizing in the world are utterly useless without the primary prerequisite of Step 1. Over a 30-year timeline, the professionals who actually survive and thrive aren't the ones who successfully avoided all risk. No way. They are the ones who consistently had the courage to just take the first step, adapt to the real-world data, and keep moving. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to consider how you approach your own professional momentum. This entire text was designed to disrupt our tendency to overcomplicate progress. So challenge yourself with this final question. Are you still out there endlessly analyzing the data, looking for the secret to a perfect, risk-free leap, or are you getting started? Because the path to a truly legendary career isn't found perfectly modeled in a textbook, and it's certainly not in a spreadsheet. The path is simply to begin.